Microsoft Excel, working with index. All right, index needs to work with the formulas match. If you haven't already done your match formulas, then you need to go back and watch the videos on how to do match. It's critical for making this work correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with index. On the index here, I want to use this to find my cylinder rod option. I used a vertical lookup for finding my bore size. Worked great, no problems. But for my rod size, there's another criteria that I need to look at. Not only do I need to look at what the bore size is, but I also need to look at what my rod option is. So I have a rod option box that is a drop-down box, and there is a video showing how to do these drop-down boxes. So if you don't know how to do that, you can go and do that. But here we go. We're going to use index to select the correct cylinder rod size. I've put in a number 1 rod size because on a 3 1/4 inch bore for a standard size cylinder, it says 3 1/4 inch bore, standard rod is a 1 inch rod. Going to come back over here. I want to put my index formula in here. So I'm going to hit equals index, double click on index, let it get started with the formatting, and it says what is the array. This is a little bit different than what we saw in vertical lookup and in match. This one wants us to get the array first. So I'm going to go over here and select my array. I'm selecting all the way over from cell A2 down to D12 because I selected for my column reference all the way over to A, but on my row option, I only started selecting down from the bore sizes. So I need to have it include the information that I have. So I've got index in there. The next thing that it wants is a comma. And then it says what row of information. Well, the row information is back here on sheet 1, and I can click and go, it was right there off of that row. I place a comma in there, and then I go, I want column number 3, and I close my parentheses, and it comes back and it says that should be a cylinder rod 1. If I click on the down box and I go to oversized, it changes it to 1 3/8. And again, I can go in there and change the rod formatting to format cells, go to fractions, 3 on numerator and denominator, and there we go, 3/8. Well, if I go to a different force of 250, it says the oversized rod for a 2 1/2 inch bore is a 1 inch rod. If I say just use a standard rod, I come back with the standard rod. So that makes it so that I can select my rods very easily. This was the formula on using index. Index uses match for the row and match for the column inside there. Now, you can nest this so that inside your index formula, you can also tell it to do the formula for the match right there inside the index, so you can nest those. This is kind of clunky on the side here to have these like that. I can always go over there and highlight those, go to my home ribbon, tell it to just change the font color to white. Here we go. Let's try that one more time. Font color to white. There we go. So a couple options there for you.